Once in a generation, something emerges that is revolutionary, something that is so earth shattering, it changes how we do things as humans forever. The internet has allowed us to change how we communicate and trade, spawning different products that would be unheard of just a decade before. Facebook changed the way we interact and share experiences with our friends. YouTube allowed anyone to start a channel to broadcast their message, while WhatsApp revolutionized communication across text, video, and voice. Amazon made it much easier for us to shop. Now we are now on the cusp of a revolution that will tap into a multi-billion-dollar industry that will completely change how the world conducts an important aspect of commerce, and that is microfinancing. Did you know that two-thirds of the world's population don't have a bank account? This is because of various reasons. The reluctance spawns from a general distrust of banks and their high fees. Some folks find it difficult to get loans from banks. Some banks have huge barriers to entry. And essentially, these folks don't believe that the banks are looking out for them. Yet many have informal procedures and relationships that circumvent banks to conduct various financial transactions. These transactions are from payday loans, savings, layaway agreements, cash advances, and working capital support for small businesses. These schemes are hugely popular throughout the developing world and is currently a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now, as things stand, there are numerous inefficiencies that, if we are able to better facilitate these financial transactions, could grow the industry tenfold. So what is currently a $5 billion industry could turn into a $50 billion industry. Now let me give you an analogy. Before the advent of dating apps, people were still hooking up and going on dates. You just had to meet people the old-fashioned way by going to clubs, bars, churches, etc. Now, with the advent of dating apps, you can simply find a match and start interacting with potential partners from the comfort of your home. And this can be done worldwide. Now, back to microfinancing. A lot of these transactions depend on interacting with other like-minded folks that some people find difficult. But what if we could bring the parties together and facilitate the transaction for them? The beauty about this industry is that these transactions are already taking place. So it's much easier to integrate a product that will allow it to be done quicker, with more transparency. And that's why this industry is about to blow up. The market research has already been done. The countries for launch have already been identified, and the app is in development. Now, how will this benefit you? In order to facilitate the transactions, there was a need to develop a cryptocurrency specifically designed for it. A cryptocurrency that would suit the unique needs of the industry. The goal is to be the number one currency worldwide for microfinance. That's potentially hundreds of millions of people using this coin every day. A coin for the people. That excludes the need for big banks and their fees. This presents a huge opportunity for you because cryptocurrencies have seen large gains over the last couple of years, and the sector isn't slowing down. In fact, there are currently hundreds of cryptocurrencies in existence that have made many millionaires. It's all about being in the right place at the right time and seizing the opportunity. Now let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. It's hard to believe, but in 2011, the price was 30 cents. In 2013, the price jumped to $13.30. 2014, it jumped again to a whopping $770. And in 2021, the height of Bitcoin was at $65,000. $3,000 in April of 2021. Now, what does that mean for you? If you invested $1,000 in Bitcoin in 2011, it would have bought you 3,333 Bitcoins. In 2013, when the price was at $13.30, that would equate to roughly $44,328, your $1,000 investment in just 2 years. In 2014, that $1,000 would be worth $2,566,410. And in 2021, remarkably, that $1,000 investment would now be worth $216,645,000 at the height of Bitcoin. A pretty dramatic move to the upside. Let's take a look at Ethereum. In 2015, Ethereum was at 67 cents. At 2021, that $1,000 at the height of the bull market in Ethereum, that $1,000 will be worth $6,117,200. Now, let's even take a look at a smaller sample. In March 2020, Ethereum was at $127. If you invested $1,000 then, in April of 2021, in just 1 year, that $1,000 would be worth $32,283 at the peak of the market. Are you seeing the potential for cryptocurrencies? Dogecoin gained a whopping 6,200% in 1 year. That means $1,000 would be worth a whopping $62,000. Quite remarkable. Now, you are currently now on the ground floor of a coin that will be the future of world microfinance. Imagine if you were able to buy Bitcoin at 30 cents. How much would you buy? Imagine getting in on the ground floor of Dogecoin when it was trading at 15 cents. How much would you buy? Imagine, let's even look more recently, getting in on SafeMoon, a cryptocurrency that when it was launched in March 2021, if you invested $1,000, remember March 2021, at the peak, it would be worth over $3.5 million in just 3 months. Now, let me just caution you that I am not guaranteeing that the initial gains will be this dramatic. I am just showing you the possibilities. This presents a huge opportunity for you, as we are now at the pre-sale phase of this cryptocurrency that has huge upside potential. By tapping into the multi-billion-dollar social microfinancing industry, the pre-sale means you'll be able to purchase the cryptocurrency before it starts trading on the open market. You are literally at the ground floor of the coin, where the potential for growth is astronomical. Here's how it will work. For the pre-sale, we are only offering $1 million USD worth of the coin. The maximum any investor would be able to buy is $50,000 worth. This is to ensure that ownership of the coin is widespread, so a few large investors can't dominate the market. There is no minimum dollar purchase. This is perfect because you can invest in accordance to your risk tolerance. After the pre-sale, the coin will float freely on the exchange, where the price could grow 10, 20, or even 100-fold within months, potentially building a huge nest egg for yourself. The launch date is August 10, 2021, but we are now taking pre-orders. Now, here's how that will work. Below this video is a form where you will fill out your name, email, phone number, and the dollar amount you want reserved. On the day of the pre-sale, folks who have made a reservation will be emailed first. You will then have 48 hours to purchase your reserved amount. After 48 hours, the pre-sale will be open to the general public for purchase. What happens after the pre-sale? Once we hit the initial $1 million, we will cut off all pre-sales. The value of the coin will then be up to market forces. You'll be able to buy and sell on the open market. Now, let's look at a few scenarios that can play out. Because cryptocurrencies are red hot now, prices can follow three paths. Number one, the coin totally flops. Because of the huge untapped potential of this market, I doubt this will happen. But investments can be risky, and you have to know your personal risk tolerance. Scenario 2, we have a slow rise. Let's take a look at Bitcoin in 2011. That was at 30 cents. In 2013, it was at $13.30, and $1,000 investment in 2013 in just 2 years would be worth $44,328. And by 2014, in 3 years, that $1,000 investment would be worth over $2,566,410. And in 2021, 216 million. I'm not saying the coin will follow exactly what Bitcoin did. I'm just showing you the possibilities of how a quote-unquote slow rise can occur in cryptocurrencies. Another scenario, and scenario number 3, is the rocket. For example, what happened to SafeMoon, where SafeMoon was launched in March 2021, where if you invested $1,000, at the peak, it would be worth over $3.5 million in just 3 months. That is the potential of the huge upside potential of the cryptocurrency market right now. And SafeMoon's market cap is $4 billion US. Now we have to wait and see the long-term trajectory of SafeMoon, which we can monitor. Now, it just goes to show that you now have a choice. You can sit and watch from the sidelines, or you can take action and be on the ground floor of something massive, with the potential to 5x, 10x, or even 1,000x your account. To reserve your initial purchase, you can click on the link below this video. Now, please note that the form below is to just reserve your amount. You can't actually purchase the coin at this time. Once you make a reservation, we'll then send you information on how to buy the coin. Now, warning, these pre-sale coins will go fast. Because of our community and the marketing behind the coin, we expect the pre-sale amount to go very quickly. It's not unusual for pre-sale amounts to be taken up in as little as a few days. So don't live in regret. Imagine seeing a similar presentation about PayPal. Would you have taken action? Imagine seeing a similar presentation about Bitcoin when it was at 30 cents. Would you have taken action? Imagine seeing a similar presentation about Amazon when the shares were trading at just $1. Would you have taken action? $10,000 invested would be worth over $30 million as of July 2021. The key is to take some action dependent on your risk tolerance, whether it's $1 or $50,000. So click on the link below to reserve your amount. And thank you for listening.